fight off your attacker, and in the process, you get struck.
He had 4 actual stab wounds to the left side of his chest, his abdomen, his back, and his right thigh.
The stab wounds in his back indicate that he was trying to run and flee for his life.
His cause of death was attributed to a 7-inch stab wound to his left upper chest. One question that arose during the investigation was, how did no one in this house?
Right, exactly. Somebody heard something. Because even if you have earplugs on, you still gotta...
Might be, per the autopsy report, his chest cavity was full of blood. So he might not have had the physical ability to scream, and when he did, he would have been pushing out blood from his mouth. And
oh, golly.
From the end of that hallway all the way to his bedroom, he's trying to scream for help, and nobody can hear him.
My first thought was, it must have been a hell of a fight with a knife. It must have been swift. Who is the person that did this to this boy?
Our first suspect is Jeff. He's 24 years of age. He's also the best friend of our victim and present at the homicide.
Jeff, he's a gamer. He used to frequent there a lot. Sometimes would spend the night.
The night of James's murder, he came over to play video games, hang out, and essentially sleep over. He has the best opportunity out of anyone to commit this crime. He was actually
in the victim's bedroom.
At the time that it occurred.
Investigators interviewed Jeff to get his account of the events which had transpired that night.
Why don't you tell me what happened to me? I was sleeping on his bed. He was playing his video game. And then I heard a loud bang. He woke me up and as he was running in.
Yeah, no, Jeff, sorry. I'm not buying that story.
He fell and he
double impact and that's
blood gushing out of his neck. I was holding it. I didn't know what to do.
The fact that he's just now getting a static after he like... They're fake cries.
That's all that I know.
That's what had happened. No. Because you were telling me if you did, right?
He's showing no fucking emotion. Thank you. I'm saying thank you. Okay.
Although Jeff is distraught, this does not clear him from being a suspect.
No, I'm gonna say that makes him more of a suspect.
On fake tears to throw us off the scent.
Told you, fake tears. Damn, am I good?
Investigators know is that Jeff was in the room where James died.
Ooh, not looking so good on you, Mr. Jeff. Told you.
James and Jeff, their social life consisted of gaming, which is known to sometimes cause emotions, outbursts. Lengthy exposure to violent video games might cause lack of empathy. It's important for the investigators to consider the gaming when looking at Jeff. Could he have killed James? Let's compare the physicality of the people involved. We have Jeff, who is 6'1", 210 pounds. Then we have James, who is 5'9", 129 pounds. It's apparent that Jeff is larger than James and could possibly have the ability to overpower him.
Our first theory is, after dinner, James and Jeff go back to his bedroom to play video games.
They get upset over the video game. Something happens, pisses them off.
Together, and James beat Jeff. Something gets heated over the game, and that argument continues to boil. At some point, the boys make their way back out to the kitchen. Jeff just snapped. He grabs a knife and stabs James.
I can see that actually happening.
Back into the bedroom. Jeff snaps out of it and realizes that he has to cover this up. Jeff opens the door in order to stage a break-in.
Makes sense.
He then pretends to frantically call for help from Guy and Nicola.
Now that makes a hell of a lot of sense.
Blood evidence speaks when no one else can. Jeff did have blood on his hands and on his clothing. Investigators had to photograph and analyze the type of bloodstains on him.
Looks to me like everything adds up.
Perpetrator, we would likely see bloodstains that have force behind them or spatter. We would see stains on Jeff's clothing that match that of the walls within the home. In examining the photographs of Jeff, all of the bloodstains on him are forms of transfer patterns or swipes and wipes. So if you had wet hands or bloody hands and you moved them across your clothing, which are all passive stains. That coincides with his statement of attempting to help James, try and render aid and stay with him until first responders got there.
The bloodstain patterns were consistent with Jeff's account of that night, which makes investigators believe that Jeff's no longer a suspect. Next, detectives need to interview Guy, the mother's boyfriend.
Oh, the boyfriend.
Guy is somewhat in a fatherly role as Nicola's boyfriend. Is there any type of resentment from Guy to James or James to Guy?
What the fuck kind of name is Guy? Welcome back.
Had multiple miscarriages, so James was a miracle baby.
Oh.
It was nice not to be the only child anymore. Growing up, we had really good memories, you know, as a family before my parents divorced. James was 7 or 8. It was tough on both of us. The relationship with Mom and Guy moved in pretty quick.
Red flag number 1.
My brother and I had a hard time accepting.
Oh, I bet.
First. My brother and him learned how to coexist, but it wasn't an easy thing.
Because Mom chose a boyfriend over you two.
We saw that he was going to stick around, so we got to know him.
Until we figure out how that relationship actually was, if there was harmony or if
there was chaos, I bet.
then Guy is the suspect.
I would say he was too.
What happened tonight?
I forget exactly how I was looking up.
Was it a sound, someone screaming, anything like that?
I think it was Jeff yelled. So I went in there and I seen blood on the bed and stuff. And just, help, help.
Did you see?
I'm sorry, sir, but you're a little too calm for the fact that you've been in this family's life for well over half of his life, and you're just awfully calm about this. Like, something's not adding up.
Okay.
And I said,
Like, you're not showing any type of emotion, you're not ecstatic, you're just kind of nonchalantly like, yeah, so I woke up today and decided to take my grasshopper for a swim at the lake. Yeah, no.
That was
Hi.
the sharpest knife in the house.
He also admits that it's the same knife he used to carve the pot.
Oh, whoo.
right in here.
Since you did touch a knife, we're gonna have to get your DNA.
The next investigative theory is around midnight, Guy can't fall asleep, so he gets up. James is still playing video games, but he decides to take a break and he goes to the kitchen. He sees Guy, they exchange words. Guy goes into a fit of rage. He grabs his chef knife, he stabs James. James then runs towards his bedroom while Guy is...
This is still not making sense of who did it.
James, surprising Jeff, collapses on his bed. Guy drops the knife and runs back to his room.
Do not
Wash this one off because I wiped my face and I had some water and I washed this hand off and I rubbed it all over my shirt. All this blood is James's.
He also admits that after removing the knife, he washes his hands. Does that send a red flag?
Fuck yeah, it does.
No one else is washing their hands. From the time he picked up the knife to the time he washed his hands, Guy is literally
Can
tearing.
we hear the evidence, yup?
I know most men, 58, are in a profession making a living for themselves. You have a 21-year-old living at home with mom. There could be some resentment there. That's a boiling point. Could Guy be the killer?
Ooh, big grenade. All right, now, y'all, what do y'all think? All right, now let's recap with this. Now,
Did you intentionally?
all right, who y'all think it is now? I don't know. This is getting juicy, isn't it?
40 days of freshness.
This is getting juicy. I don't know. Now I'm starting to think maybe it's a boyfriend. Thank you, Renee. I don't know. Now I'm thinking. I don't know. I'm pretty. Now I want to say I can help on Friday. Oh, that'd be so awesome. Ouch. I don't know, y'all. I'm starting to think maybe it's the gift. Ooh, thank you for the gifts. Y'all need to do shows like this more often, man. We need to. Oh, man. I kind of sunk into my couch. I'm like stuck. I can't get up if I wanted to, y'all. I am just so comfortable right now. I really just want to get a couch that's like longer and just a wee smidge wider. Like, yeah. Hi, Willow. Oh my God, I want to see that so bad. I'm telling you now, if there was ever a time where I had to be quiet as fuck, or like, you know, even make a sound you get, you know what I mean? Well, between my farting and my burping, and I sure the hell cannot whisper. And then I got trying to carry a lip, because in the movie she has a cat. Lord knows, between me farting and burping, and my wobbling, and then on top of that, my growling stomach, the stomach growling is, and then trying to carry fucking my bird cage around with Lewis going, wee wee wee, and then fucking Bruno every 5 minutes, I'm like, hello. The only one that probably will manage coming out of this alive would probably be Lillian and Beavis. I'm dead ass.
Snake, do not trust it.
I'm so for real. Like, let me tell you, like, I'm really thinking about this because, okay, so the